All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at the picture. Pay zero franchise tax fee. What does this mean? A couple of things. Franchise tax fee is the state. So let's understand we have state and federal working together. So let's say we go to the board for a minute. I want you to have your tablet pen ready to go, okay? Let's say we wanted a profit corporation. Let's say it's profit. Let's say we have a non-profit corporation, okay? What breaks my heart is I get on the phone with somebody he said he's been following me for 40 years and he has 7 LLCs. It's like, that breaks my heart. You don't need 7 LLCs. What you need is structure, corporation division process, and what happens is every one of those LLCs has a problem. The problem is they have a book. This book is minutes and bylaws, no matter what corporation you have. Book and bylaws, that means it's in your possession. LLC has what? Certificate of ownership. You're the managing member. So when they sue the corp, they sue you. See, when you put everything in a corporation, like a lot of these people on social media tell you to do, I agree never to do that. I just fight it. It makes no sense to me. All I know is a corporation is a legal person. Supreme Court said so. They deemed it to be true. So that's the Supreme Court. Okay, we understand how we play this game to win. The goal is to win and not lose and be a duck and a sheep. So what happens is we get the corporation structured correctly. All right, we have what? You see, your name is on Secretary of State's website. You're on the bank account. They follow the money. They follow the founder. They follow you. So when a corporation does file bankruptcy, all right, when you guarantee the lease of a building or credit card or whatever you did, I'm sorry, I'm going to call you a duck and a sheep. So if we want to pay zero franchise tax fee, and we got IRS here, let's understand two things. If we set up a nonprofit corporation, let's look at California, because where I'm standing right now. In the state of California, a nonprofit corporation. It costs $30. Most of you spend thousands for a piece of paper. You don't need to do that anyway, but that's beside the point. $30 for a nonprofit corporation, that's it. Officer's list, tax ID, bank account, no problem. We have 17 months to go to irs.gov, and this is a 501c3 exemption for a nonprofit, which basically, if you do this correctly, then you let the Attorney General's office know within 17 months, you have federal exemption, so there's no franchise tax fee at all. So understand how we have to play. See, every state has rules and tools and fees. And what happens, a lot of people, about 90% of corporations that get set up, they fail or do nothing. And they say it's because of underfunding. That's not the truth. You got to fight through the pain. It's not easy. You're going to get knocked down 1,000 times, get 1,001. So zero franchise tax fee. Okay, we should always have a corporation of profit and nonprofit. What it should be is, here's the profit corporation, here's divisions. Okay, then we have basically our parent company, LLC, all right, in Nevada, eventually when you're in the profit zone, and then we have a nonprofit. If you do this correctly, the way I've structured this is what I basically demonstrated to Warren Buffett over 35 years ago. Okay, offsetting taxes and everything else, even leveraging money. Okay, even showed, Ronald Reagan. All right, don't worry, Bill Clinton's on the wall too. So all these people, rich and famous people, I got to train a lot of these people. You see, I've been around a long time. The difference is God gave me a gift to help people, and that's the ultimate goal, is help people as much as I can. I always felt it was my mission, and that's just me feeling that's a mission that I'm trying to do to help people. But again, I want to get you past go. I think you're stuck, okay? And I think that, sorry, I say it kind of sucks. So we're going to go through a lot of things today. We're going to try to do this in 30 minutes or less, probably about 45. But again, I'm never in a hurry. So, sorry, I don't want to be in a hurry. I want you to listen, learn, and understand knowledge. Most people, I'm sorry to say, are full of doo-doo. That's just me in my opinion. You see, there's a reason they called me the Godfather of credit. Well, there's a reason I'm the number one consultant worldwide, is building 60 billion of credit, no problem. I help set up the system behind the scenes anyway. So what we need to do. Now, Nick, I got a question for you. On that TV, I'm small. Am I supposed to be that small? Is that the way to make it bigger? I'm usually the whole half of that. I got to ask a technical question. Why not? Okay. So, see, what is our goal? Okay. Let's break it down very simple. I'm a man. I'm a father. I'm a husband. Okay. If my wife divorced me, I'd be a husband. See, I make up words all the time, but she won't because she loves me to death, so she's my rock. So understand, My job as a man is to provide for my family. Now, that doesn't say women don't provide either. I'm just talking for me as a man, okay? But that means I have to make sure I take care of them. That's my job. I think people should read my book called Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer, because men don't know how to shut up. A woman's a tape recorder. She remembers everything you said. Shut up. Because it's always going to come back to you anyway. She's going to play it back. You want to yell and scream, do it outside. Because that's who cares, outside. So if we play this right, husband, wife, what we need to do. Here's husband and wife. God made us one. Your credit needs to be separate. They sue him, they sue her, they sue her, they sue him because you didn't separate liability. It's like a corporation division process. If we don't line it up, we will not be bulletproof. We have to understand it's a mean world out there. It's like we're living in hell. People want to sue you for no reason. We got to protect ourselves and our assets. Again, we have to stop bringing the pain home. I wrote and I trademarked into this 40, 50 years ago, never bring the pain home or stop bringing the pain home. That's all I had as a kid is pain. So I want to get past that. Here's your goal. You might not know it, but there's your goal, okay? Your problem is you. I'm sorry. It really is. You know, see, what happens for me, I want to change the world. I feel that's my mission, that's my desire, that's what I'm trying to do and educate everybody I can. That's why I've been online or in person for 6 days a week for 49 years. Take a picture, please. What your problem is, all right, I want to be an entrepreneur like everybody else. Stop. 90% of businesses fail. All these people on social media are making a lot of money. That's great. The problem is they're not structured right. A lot of them that people are watching, they're going to get indicted or sued and screwed up. But that's okay. They can get structured the right way. Buddy, here. See, I believe you drove by the Wendy's restaurant the other day. It's on the right-hand side when you were stopped at the light. I believe you saw the Jack Box on the right-hand side, left-hand side, right-hand side. So here we go. What? See, I don't understand. Why didn't you ever say, why don't I own that? I don't get it. I believe you've been passing your opportunity your whole life. And I think you got to stop it. I'd like to repackage you my way and kind of fill in some of the gaps and connect the dots. You're 35 to 75 years old. Most of you are 50 to 75. You're in that sweet spot of 25 years and you feel disappointed. You want to go get it and you're scared as you know what. Scared. Why? You've been ripped off by friends and family most of your life. And what happens, you brought the pain home because you didn't listen to me. Sorry. That's what I believe. When you take that and you print it in color, I want you to laminate it. I want that on your desk at work or your refrigerator. I want that to become your screensaver. That's what I want it to do. I want you to focus. The most important thing in this world is income. Not to be rich, income. Income, income. But what do we have to do? It's like anything else. Time, money, and credit. Write it down, please. Time, money, and credit. I don't have the money, don't have the time, I ran out of credit. Now I got crappy credit. What do? You see, I get visions since I was about 4.5 years old. And some of the things I say is because I got a vision or a dream about see it, believe it, go get it. Always good. That was a vision God gave me. I've been saying since I was 2.5 years old because the nosy people, how you doing, little boy? Always good. I got to keep my mindset. I like Lamborghinis. You like that? I like $100 million buildings. You like that? See, the problem with most of you, you'll take pictures of everything and never pay attention to anything. This is live. I will say in the beginning, no pictures or recording. I want you to take pictures on things that matter the most as we play. All I know is I got born in a taxi. She threw me in a trash can, didn't want me, gave a note, and basically she gave me a girl's name. And then from there, I got all these lovely people in my life. Going to school in Watts, Torrance, and Long Beach, and all those great areas. Let me tell you something. With a girl's name, it kind of sucks. You got to learn to kick it or run. I'd rather kick it than run. That's just me. I hold the record in 1981 for the highest and fastest kick on planet Earth. So I don't understand why ding-dongs say white men can't jump. I like goodies. You like goodies? I learned at 8.5 years old to protect my goodies. I mowed yards. I sowed seeds. I sowed clackers. I'm working my tail off. I got my 52 bucks. The devil's wife grabbed my money and said, "You pay rent." Her eyes went red too. So I learned to go back to the library again and again. Research. Savings bonds, write it down. I bonds, write it down. Double E bonds, write it down. I like goodies. 80s and 90s, you got a loan to value problem. No, I don't. I got $3 million in the bank. You're stupid, is what I'm thinking in my head. To these people telling me I can't do it. Loan to, I said, what are you talking about? See, people love to say no. They love to say no because they enjoy it. They don't want you to do better than they do, and most of them suck anyway, and they're lazy people. The world is full of half the people are as lazy as can be. But I like mansions. You like mansions? I like goodies. 1976, one of my first versions of helping people was a series of black cassette and a couple books and a little cassette tape, and it's called Winning the Game of Business in 1976. So I'm driving a Lamborghini Owens Coast College. Okay, I'm building a mansion in Elio, California, and having fun helping people. That's my goal. That's my goal. See, you made me not realize that I was 16. Had a beard at 12. Why did you do it at 16? Waste time in high school with all the ding-dongs? That's what I think it is. It's my opinion. So winning the game of business. Next series was going to be books for dummies because I feel stupid when I do something new. I can't stand doing something new. It bothers me until I master it. Then I master it. It's like, you know, I was playing checkers with my son yesterday. I was a chess master at 13 and a half, and we're playing checkers, and I blocked the whole board. He can't move. I'm good at it. But it's teaching him a lesson because he's getting good at it too. And I said to him yesterday, I want you to learn to beat me. Beat me. You got to be better than me. That's the goal. When I created, all right, what? Books for Dummies? That was taken. It's called The Blueprint for Success. It's actually called the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Here's 12 books, all right, literally to you. Every month I want you to master it again and again. Hear it again, again, and again for every topic. At the end of 12 months, we have the 1,000 steps, rules, and tools for a millionaire corporation, and that's why it's called the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Now, I named it the Blueprint for Success on my radio show, TV shows for over 40 years. Even my info commercials, no problem. All right, so guess what? Someone else always tries to use it. I got to remind them, Tony, it's mine. Stop it. So what happens is I learned blueprints from Joanne when I was in the first grade. She was a NASA engineer, highly intelligent lady, never around that ever, but what happens? She wired Apollo 9, 11, 13. So I listened to the blueprint. It made sense. If you build something, you need a blueprint. Scan it. Take a picture. I sold it at the Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night. Long Beach, Ontario, and Orange County. 4 events every week for 32 years. 32 years helping people, okay? So you can get it instead of $5,000, it's $499 today. Now understand something. We're going to raise money, all right? It's very dear to some of our employees, and what we're going to do today is something we haven't done before, and it's going to get kind of weird. It's like we're going to have this kind of, you know, discount everything we can. This room I'm standing in, this is the Reynolds University, okay? All right, before I died in that coma in 2009, all right, our building was 22,000 square feet, building, 2 stories. This is not 2 stories for us. We're basically not in 22,000 feet right now. This class holds 15. The other one used to hold 800. I broadcast to thousands all the time. So I want you to understand something. Take a picture of this page here. You see today, if you Zelle to Ray at RayReynoldsUniversity.com, that is the nonprofit bank account. It goes right into the account and receives the money. If we raise 100,000 as our goal, all right, for breast cancer and everything else what we're trying to do, 10% we're going to write a check or wire, however they want the money, to them. So again, this is why we're going to discount all kinds of crazy stuff. All right, but again, it's going to help you, it's going to help us, it's going to help them. That's the goal. What if we help everybody? What a concept. So, my weird thing for me in my life, as a kid, I didn't get to be a kid. I got dropped off right down to Beach Pier when I was 3.5 years old and told they basically be here at 5 o'clock or I'll leave you there to die. Mrs. Hope was a she-devil from hell. All right, Redondo Beach Pier, Marina Del Rey, Torrance, Rags, Palace, Rays, and Rat Beach. I gathered magazines. See, I wanted to know how Kennedy's got their money, how Hilton, Firestones, Gettys, and Fords, how'd they get their money? See, your problem with you maybe you realize you have a problem. Someone passes in your life and goes to a better place, because that's what I believe, and what happens, you get stuck in a probate. You're stuck in a probate. It's like, this is ridiculous. Because all they had to do is have irrevocable trust, but not only just that, you didn't build an empire. You didn't build an estate. My son stands here on Saturdays most of the time during one of the classes, and he tells the world he's the vice president of the company, because he is. It makes me very proud of him. I love when he shows up. Okay? It's amazing. He's 12 years old. See, I incorporate my kids the year they were born. My son has a combo American Express card. He has an 810 score. So does my daughter, who's only 18 now, and my other 5 daughters are grown. All right? You see, I have, or excuse me, 4 daughters. I have 5 daughters and a boy. God bless me with the family. Finally got one. So I wanted to know how they got their money. And that was important to me. It was important about legacy. I don't think anybody knows the legacy anymore. I think they blew it. I think they screwed it up. I mean, I don't understand. I don't see legacy being left to anybody, your families. And that's the problem with family today. So again, I want you to learn to play my way. I got stuck. I stole off the pier out of a trash can. I was hungry. I got caught. The man basically grabs my hand. He's going to throw me off the what pier? All he said was, boy, take out the trash or I'll call the police. I'm a good listener. Boy, take out the trash or call the police. What do you think I picked? I was boy till I was 9.5 years old. Clean the chum buckets. Go to the mansions on the weekends. Shovel a horse and you know what? Today, I want you to walk through your house and take pictures. Not video, pictures. Of all your goodies. That's what I want you to do. I want you to do the same thing in your office. I want you to understand your assets. And I want you to write down chattel mortgage. Write down chattel mortgage, please. It's like when I created the form of assignment of mortgage, somewhere 88. All my forms were at the stores and now they're on Google and everything else. That's great. I created all that stuff for people to help them connect the dots. Now you're going to write down your irrevocable trust. I want you to protect your assets, and I don't want you bringing the pain home. I want you to understand, I'll teach you probably more than anybody taught you in life about structure. And you'll know more than your CPAs and attorneys, I'll guarantee it. Put them on the phone and I'll correct them too, like I did for Linda and Gary all the time. What do? Simple. If we take our assets and tie it into irrevocable trust, we know where it goes when we're dead. If it's tied to a corporation, the corporation controls the trust. See, the trust is controlled by you, maybe your spouse too, and the trust by a corporation. See, we're going to die. I know I'm going to die, hopefully 50 years from now. But understand something. All right, the word and in a relationship is called stupid. My wife and, no. That is plain stupid. If I die, she can't sign anything unless she goes to court to probate. No, it's or. All right? I don't know if she's going to die before I do or I die before her. We got to take care of those family and that kids. We got to take care of her zoo and her estate and all the things she loves too. So what do? We play and we win. Me, I was told on this list when I was 14 and a half, being sucked into this program in Orange Coast College, that I was one of the top smartest people on the planet. I have an IQ of 203. They tested me 6 times. So the bottom line is I just can see things differently. That's okay. But you know, it's not the point. The point is they said I was smart. Well, I don't care. They thought they were stupid. We have to have an irrevocable trust because I said so. If you give me your life, 6 months to a year, control what you're doing, you just do what I tell you to do, I'll get you the $1 million, I'll guarantee it. But the problem is you've been listening to a bunch of ding-dongs. My way. What did you do? Honey, we're going to start a business. You got your family in the kitchen table with your friends. We're all going to get together. We're going to jack up our credit, drop our score, get stuck, can't get anymore. We're going to hawk the house. We're going to bring the pain home to you and me. We're going to be stupid. Well, that's what you did. I'm sorry, I find it stupid. Why? Because no one needs to have bad credit. All right, on planet Earth, there's no reason for it. Your problem is your lack of knowledge. I'm Ray Reynolds, Pastor Reynolds, Dr. Reynolds, or hey you. I'm the guy that traded Ken Yarborough, our security chief at TRW, being Misperian. Those are things that I taught him to do beside the scene, what needs to be done. Oh, this card. See, every card you got today needs a sticky. See, your problem is, I'll get a $10,000 card. Well, none of you usually do. Most of your credit cards suck. You didn't do it right. But it says 10,000. Wow, let's go shopping. Let's go to dinner. Stop it. On a $10,000 card, you can only use $2,100. There's your problem. I designed the 25-20% rule, period. Then the excuse is, well, I had an emergency. Knock it off. These don't fluctuate. I always use my wife's cards because there's always some ding dong. Oh, you really don't have that stuff. I was so tired of stupid people. These are paid over time limit $100,000. $100,000. And they don't fluctuate. Write down, they don't fluctuate. Write it down. I know you see a lot of things on social media going blah, 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 blah. I don't care about what they say. These do not fluctuate. Up to $1 million. See, old blank crap day, week, month, year don't last forever. I got an old crap day. I don't jack these up. These are the ones I jack up. Didn't hurt my score. I stay at 750. 80% of you are good people. Good people in your hearts. Hearts of hearts. But the problem is your lack of knowledge is your stupidity. I'm sorry. You're not stupid. My wife says, Jesus didn't say that. No, no, honey. All right, I've said they're not stupid. They follow stupid. There's a difference. We all follow stupid. So we got to understand. I want to repackage you so you never bring the pain home. Never. I didn't get a family. I didn't get a life. Every time, someone would say, well, what are you wrong with you? I don't feel like I belong here. There's nothing here. This is the wrong place for me. But again, that's how it works. I would like you to plan the problem. See, your life is going to get your life and you're going to get your assets kicked again and again and again. The difference is we know it's going to happen, but just when? When? If you plan the problem, you'll be prepared. See, your goal is getting a bunch of this. You don't even know what this is. I'll bet you most of you don't even know this is a legal tender. It's a Federal Reserve note. It's not even money. Hasn't been money for a long time. Today, we have a problem. Today, I can get you credit to personal business divisions all the time, no problem. If I do not have a corporation that's 2 years old, at Chase, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, and B of A, I cannot get you a line of credit called checkbook money. Checkbook money, these are 150s each. That's $300,000 right there, $300,000. What would you do with it? What would you do for $1 million I handed to you today? What will you cost? Stop. You're so busy thinking about what are you going to do with that $1 million? No. Your lack of knowledge is the biggest problem you have. $100,000 to $1 million. $1 million reference 3 is 3 million times 5 is 15 million bucks. Money is supposed to be leveraged, and that's the way it works. As I was consultant for banks for 29 friggin' years, I got to teach them how to play the game to win. I want to teach you. Corporations have to be filed now. You're running out of time. Unless you buy a shelf corp that I have in stock, it's up to you. But again, I want you to think about something today, okay? Everybody says, I want to be a millionaire. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't want you to ever be rich. Never be rich. I want you to be a puppet master. Write down Puppet Master Club. You're going to join it. You don't know it, but you're going to join the Puppet Master Club. And you're going to maintain and manage a corporation that's bringing in millions and billions. Is that okay? When I set up the system with Yarborough, teaching him how to play the game, in 1987, we wrote a book called File Segregation. I didn't like it. I felt Ken wanted to lie a little bit. I didn't want to do that. I created a division process in 85, 86. This means, doesn't matter if it's gold or platinum, either one. Now watch what happens. One card times 9 is $1 million. This is 100,000. I asked for 9 more cards, they're going to send it to me. 9 more of this, and I asked for separate billing. There's 113 ways today to chain credit. And then what American Express is going to do, they're going to offer you 99 more cards. 99. See, you can't do that on you, period. And you sure in the heck can't do it to you and your corporation unless you have a bunch of divisions. A division of a corporation protects you in a line of defense, and it has its own credit file. This becomes $1 million of credit off one card. Out of the 10 cards I like, that's $10 million in 36 months, if you would play the game. Dashboard. I created a dashboard that allows me SSNS is for. I'm going to go to the board. I'm going to ask you to please write what I write, because this is your fingertips, is your eyes, your ears, you get to listen. See, what happens with us is very simple. If we do this correctly today, You're going to record and remember what I say. If not, you get to hear it 8 times. So as we go to the board, let's do this. Here's you, okay? Here's you. You draw a circle. You put a bullseye on you. Let's say you're another you that's your wife or husband. So let's say this is man and this is woman, okay? The helper of man, or the one that wants to boss him around a lot. Okay, what do? Our goal is to figure this out, all right? You, 14 to 16, remember that. You went to the social administration. You fill out an SS5 form. You didn't even realize you filled it out. You went into the room and they said, stand here, ma, stand here, quack, 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 stand here, quack, quack, ma, ma. That's what you did. You didn't pay attention to what you're really doing because the form you filled out is an SS5. SS5. So what happens? I got your SSN, okay? So let's continue this. SS5 equals SSN equals 1040 tax return. See, the IRS is smart. They've been playing these games with us all the time. We're going to play with them. We're going to play the rules and tools. So if you understand something today, you're only entitled to one SSN. And you weren't supposed to use it for credit purposes. If you look at the back of the card, it'll say do not laminate, do not use for ID purpose, they don't carry it with you. It's not even yours, it's been assigned to you. We might as well tattoo it on our forehead and look in the mirror so we can read it, or tattoo it backwards. This is what it is. We're signed by a number. We're bonded up to $35 million apiece. But your problem is you. You could have 3 divisions of you. Your spouse could have 3 divisions of him or her partner of life. You could have created a line of defense here because there's no reason we both have crappy credit. Coming through a coma, everything was stolen in court, and basically the auditors, all right, stands up and says, we're going to tax your wife too for the penalty you have to pay. There's no penalty I owe. Well, they're going to tax my wife. Here's David Kenner, famous David Kenner attorney, one of my friends and attorneys, stands up in court and said, Your Honor, Mr. Guy, who's in charge, he has a prenup and postnup. And the judge and the auditor, being smarty pants, says, what, did you sign up yesterday? No, sir, he did it 5 days after they were married years ago. You see, I protect and I plan the problem. You, if they sue her, they sue him. They sue him, they sue her. Knock it off. If you're not going to be prepared to have someone kick your ass and fight back, you're going to lose. And most of you lose every time, every day. It sucks. Husbands and wives keep it separate, period. Your problem is you didn't play my way. This is a line of defense. This is an umbrella. My wife and I have a marriage agreement. And when we go, stop. It says if I cheat, she gets it all. She cheats, I get it all. It's all the cheat clause. So if we put a cheat clause, everybody agrees with it, right? So that means if they sue her, they can't sue me, or vice versa. We don't want to hurt the family. If you don't plan the problem, you're going to get your asses kicked. Your problem is half of you have crappy credit. You could have basically looked at one thing. SS4, write it down. SS4, write it down. SS4. See, we could do this all day long. Why? Because we're allowed to. Understand something. Because of the lack of knowledge, people will put it down, but because their lack of knowledge is their stupidity. The SS4 form, let's write it down. Employer, entity, or you. Employer, entity, or you. It's a universal form. Nobody's playing the game right. What has to be done is we have to plan the problem. When you file bankruptcy, you both filed bankruptcy, you lost your house, what did you do? Look at 2008, all these idiots and stupid people using stated income. Projected in this countrywide crap. I warned people how they were being stupid, they didn't listen. So let's understand something, okay? We're going to say you are going to protect you. This screws up, we get rid of a piece. This screws up a piece. Got it so far? Now, let's say Bank of America, okay, B of A, all the banks. They're closing 21,000 locations, and this is Chase, Wells Fargo, US Bank, B of A, or anything else, okay? Now, here's what's happening. Because you're not listening and you're not paying attention, all right, because you let life pass you by, most of you, and say, ooh, what do I do? This is the IRS. IRS, okay? All right, they're doing tax balancing. See, they have branches, branches, branches. Every branch has a branch number. Every branch has a, why? Because it has a separate tax ID. Every branch has a branch number because it has a separate what? Tax ID. That follows tax ID or SSN. Your problem, you never plan the problem because you get screwed up. Every branch they're doing right now, all the 21,000 locations, you see it online all the time, they're bankrupting these pieces. BK, Federal Protection Act, no problem, BK, all right, line of defense. They take the assets and the money and they write up on their taxes. What happened to you? What happened to you? Okay? I don't get it. When I set up the dashboard in 1987, it allows SSN or SS4. This is instant credit report. Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. Boom, done. Ready to go. See, that follows tax ID. That follows SSN. You like being a duck and a sheep or something? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand stupid. It makes me pissed off that the world won't listen fast enough like they used to. And all the people that promise to help me, when you're down, they like to keep you down. Because the Tonys of the world don't want to help you. They really don't. The Grants of the world don't want to help you. The Codys don't want to help you. Clients from the past, they don't want to help you. They don't want to take that light off to themselves because they're all that in a bag of chips. Let's understand something. You got an SSN. You're not supposed to use it for credit purposes. In the 90s, they changed the rules. IRS never changed the rules. Only ding-dongs did. There's your 1040 tax return. There's an SS4 for 1120 or 1065. Look at line 1. Look at line 1. This form was created universal for employer, entity, or you. It's right there. It's right there. Why don't people pay attention? I explained it to Ted Turner when I was 9.5 years old after I got $100,000 of credit come in the mail. It came in the mail, freaked us all out. Helping Hand Industries. But I thought he was an idiot, in my opinion. Sorry, that's what I thought. Ted Turner broadcast, $1 billion, and I'm explaining to him, there's 26 ways using SS4. Are you kidding me? I thought you know all the goodies. What about your tax people? I try to tell them too. What? I don't like stupid. I'm sorry. Each division have a separate tax ID. We can build credit for a division and multiply it. My dashboard, let's understand my dashboard, 1987. This is about 42 million here. I got about 62 million of this goodies. I've been collecting this since I was 9.5 years old. Having fun, but again, that's just me. So what happens on my dashboard? If you allow me to add you to the dashboard, this is not trade line crap, because that's fraud to me. This is real life credit. This is basically what? The B of A line of credit for 150, okay. If I add you to this account, I can use the history because it's live, because we might partner up together. When I do this, understand something. I get two choices. I can make you an authorized user, no way at all, or separate billing. When I do this to get you your first card for you and your corporate divisions, separate billing makes sense. Now look what it says, optional. I do not have to, listen carefully, I do not have to put an SSN, okay, or SS4 at all. All right? When I ask to daisy chain it 4 months later, they're going to ask for a separate tax ID or separate SSN. So that means I can take one card and multiply it. I got the only dashboard on this earth that does that. So again, maybe that's why I've been doing this for 49 years. I'm pretty good at it. Our choice. Division process. Your corporation, no matter what type it is on Secretary of State's website. Secretary of State's website right there. Your name's there, also it's listed in your bank account. So if we look at the corporations, let's understand something. Let's write down LLC, okay? LLP, S Corp, C Corp, Nonprofit Corp, a PC, okay? These are corporation structures you're going to pick. Supreme Court said a corporation is a legal person. So what happens is the corporation has all the write-offs, you do not. This hurts, because I'm a legal person of flesh. We don't get the write-offs, but the corporation does. Corporation doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. We get to pay tax before we get the money, so the employer gets to take it first from the IRS and the state. So they get paid before we do, and we did all the work. That's how it works. How many divisions should we have? All right, see, here's your problem. You like being a duck and a sheep. I think you do. If we take the corporation here, corporation, and we design it my way. Okay, you've had your chance. You're 75 to 35 years old. You blew it as far as I'm concerned. I think you should get a mirror today, look in the mirror and say you're fired. Fire yourself, okay? What you should understand is very simple today. We get to play the game to win. Is that okay? Remember, I wrote the first series, Winning the Game of Business. So let's understand. We are going to have 9 divisions. I used to take my cat, Sam Reynolds a cat, to the Bonaventure once in a while because I was basically, Inc. magazine did an article about me using plastics financial business. 9 lives. Cat has 9 lives, so it's a corporation. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So let's pretend you're going to pay attention 110%. You're going to write things down and do what I tell you to do. What does this mean? You're real estate. Fantastic. You got a house here. Oh, goody. You got 9 houses. You put them in an LLC. That's called stupid. They sue one, you lose them all. All. You put the bucket. When I was a kid, they said, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Please show me how. They couldn't tell me, so I had to create it myself. I created division process in 85, 86. No one can take that away because it's the truth. Bonaventure 32 years because it's the truth. The truth is set you free. You now have 9 houses under divisions. That means you have 9 liabilities, but that also means you have 9 loans. We have 18 divisions here. 9 loans, separate loan, 9 people we're trusting to lease the property, pay on the first, and the bank takes it on the 5th, and the leftover goes in the savings. Unfortunately, you keep living off the damn savings because you keep living off the proceeds on the property, which you should never do. That makes no sense. On a house, you're lucky to get what, $600, $800? It's ridiculous. That's why it's always a 4-plex or a 5-plex or something else. This is your line of defense. Write it down. Write it down. Line of defense. By the way, this is a management company. I don't give a damn what type of corporation you have in the beginning, because your problem is like Eric I talked to earlier, been following me for 40 years. 7 LLCs? I'm sorry, this guy's been ripped off. This is ridiculous. You paid an attorney. Fantastic. He or she's practicing law, hasn't got it right yet. You got what? All right, CPA, incorporating service. You didn't learn diddly squat. Sorry, but it's true. Corporation is a legal what? I'll show you chapter 18 in a minute. I'm not here to be CPA and attorney. You have to understand to do things on your own. Because every time you get a bloodsucker, getting a retainer, they dry it and want more, and you never solve the problem. They drag it on till you're fed up. Come on, isn't it true? How many divisions do I need? 9 divisions equals 18 because I have 9 liabilities and I have 9 loans. If one of these slip falls and want to screw me up, what do I get to do? The Federal Protection Act, Bankruptcy Code, public record again, says I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and I can bankrupt the bad piece. And I can protect the other pieces. That's the line of defense that I created in 85, 86. That's why in every cash application in the United States of America, it has division process that I got them to do 18 years ago. Unfortunately, coma and pandemic slowed me down a little bit. We get rid of the bad piece. You never bring the pain home because it's not acceptable. I'd rather shoot myself with my Glock in my foot. It's not acceptable ever. 18 is 36. I bought an apartment complex in Fullerton, California. All happy. 117 units. I couldn't sleep that night. About a minute after, or 2 minutes after 12. Damn, son of a biscuit. What? I have 117 people can sue me and screw me up. Slip fall. That sucked. So I said, chattel mortgage. What I said, assignment of mortgage. I created a form called assignment of mortgage. I made every one of those tenants sign a new lease in a separate division name. Then I asked, would you like to own your unit? I became the bank. You can become the bank too. How many divisions? Depends on your plan and your goals. They have to start aging. So today it's like 9 for 18, 18, 36, 36, 72. because we want to raise money. We give 10% of our proceeds off of this, and our goal is 100,000. It's simple. Today we're going to be ridiculous, only during this webinar. After that, ridiculous goes away. This is what is in my book 40 years ago. Corporation, division, subdivisions, subdivisions, subdivisions. You see, a division can have babies called divisions, subdivisions. Like we have babies, they have credit reports too, so do they. But they get to write it all off, and you can't. Here's the problem. That helped me create it to 16 million at that time. Is it okay? We get to play the game to win. Remember, these don't fluctuate. I want to get you 2 of these right away. Is that okay? Can I repackage them my way? Paid overtime limit up to 100,000, unlimited anyway. They're unlimited when you get them. It's kind of fun. Then we get the corporation and company cards too. Would that be all right? They offer, look at it. I think this is crazy. I think it's stupid. They offer 99 more cards. I could have 99 divisions and create $100 million of credit in 4 months. That to me is crazy, but that's just my opinion. But again, what do? Daisy chain, okay. They offer 99 more cards. If I have one of these on the corporation, how many more can I get? How many can I get? 99, that means 1 per each entity, because each entity has its own credit file. If I ask for separate billing, I need separate tax ID. It's simple. I developed 113 ways to daisy chain credit. Would you like to create $1 million of credit and then start your business the right way, have the money to finance it, and offset the taxes? See, debt offsets taxes. Unfortunately, you stole from your family. And what? Man, I don't understand. Daisy chaining. I created 113 ways to do this. So when I take a card, let's say you have a card and I got you a card, no problem. I can take your card today and I can multiply it times 9 more. If it's 100,000, this is what I used to do in 2006, 7, 8, 9. People would give me $100,000 10 times a day, $1 million a day. I turn into $1 million in 6 months. Simple. Because I asked for separate billing. That's all I need to do. Separate billing. Today. Normally it's $1,000 per card. But again, during the webinar, because we're going to raise some money, if we reach that 100,000, we're going to give 10% away. 3 cards. Webinar price is $4.99 per card, or 3 cards for $6.99. It's a giveaway. The other room in the call center, they go, what? Hey, it's now, or not. Forget it. Now understand. I can turn it in up to $1 million. But again, we're going to be on the phone together. Because if you Zelle today, you're putting your phone number on that Zelle so I can call you. Probably call you tomorrow sometime. We're going to make sure we do this right. See, you don't get it. You're stuck with me. I'm the guy that's analyzed over 50 million people. I analyze every client I've ever had, period. Normally $1,000, $4.99, $6.99, watch what happens. Okay? No matter what card you have, under a person, corporation, division can be daisy chained. We can daisy chain a credit card for you for a division of you. Simple. Now, listen, that's very careful. I have a program called Leapfrog. This is when you're not a client yet, you want to get into a program. Okay? And if you Zelle me $1,000, I get you your first $10,000 of credit, personal, business, divisions. You tell me where you want it. But today, it's $6.99. It's a giveaway. I got to raise money. So I'll discount everything I can just to cover the cost. $6.99 is Zelle today, and we're going to play Leapfrog. Every card I get you from on there on out is whatever I get you, you give me 10% as my fee. You pay as you go. So again, I'm going to keep building it up to $2 million. You tell me to stop, I'll stop. If you don't tell me to stop, I don't stop. Up to $1 million. So if you do this, what I call build and pay program, instead of that $1,000 a day, it's $6.99 if it's a Zelle. Zelle. From there, it's very simple. All right, I will personally build up to that first $10,000 for the $6.99. I want you to take a picture here. Today, Zelle is different. The Zelle is ray@ReynoldsUniversity.com. When it is Zelled to that dashboard, into that bank account, that's nonprofit. You can consider it as a donation, by the way, and write it off for you, your corporation, or how you're structured. That would be a write-off to you today. Okay? So now you get to help other people and help you at the same time. You take your picture. What are we going to do? We're going to say Zelle, now. The difference is very simple today. You can call the office and use a card, okay, but they're going to charge you 5% more. Okay, 800-254-9506. So either way you win, but it's up to you to not sit there and just go, leave it again and again. What do? I said this for years. People go to the Bonovich and they see the $4 million end zone, or they see the $1 million Lamborghinis, all the cars. They're not my cars anyway. On social media, they say, well, you got to get the write-off here in the car. You got to do this. Stop. This is called stupid. I don't care about the write-off, period. I care that the registrant of that car is you. That's called silly and stupid. You're being stupid, you're not stupid. Today's world, and I've said ever since the Schaefer bill, Rebecca Schaefer was murdered at her front door. And I fought with people to protect people, the privacy, the Schaefer bill of California. Because the DMV should never give out your home address to anybody, but they do it to brokers all the time. So what do? Today, your driver's license in your pocket or purse should say P.O. Box like mine does. Why doesn't yours? Why would you give your home address to anybody? Your insurance and registration should say P.O. Box. You got in a bumpity bump. They're going to basically sue you and screw you up with these bloodsucker attorneys. You gave me your home address, and then you know how to shut up. Well, I worked during the day. Stop, shut up. That person standing next to you is going to rob your house because you told them when you're gone. Plan the problem. The car. I don't care about the write-off. I care about the registered owner. We're going to take the corporate and absorb the car. It's going to write it off anyway because it's allowed to. I don't understand, stupid. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. That's what I've been saying for 49 years. That's the key to this one. The auditor, I don't drive a Lamborghini. Why do you? I'm a smart SOB and you're an idiot. He didn't like that. That's true. The other one, auditor, well, you can't write it off if you drive it home. Okay. I said, as long as it's got a marketing tool in the IRS code, I can. The doors and the wings in the front and back say the Reynolds University. It was nonprofit. Wow, Lamborghini. Bum, bum, bum. Then the other thing, he said this and that. I said, stop, please. The car in question, you haven't did your research. You didn't pull the title, the pink slip. It's actually owned by the corporation's division. I don't own the car. I should charge them a fee to drive it or store it at home. I can charge a storage fee. See, this is the problem in this world, all this BS out there. But again, pay tax or buy a spaceship. Elon Musk bought a spaceship. Wow! Or nonprofit. Nonprofit was my passion, always has been, but the difference is for me, I picked Helping Hand Industries nonprofit when I was 9.5 because it cost $10. The other one's 15. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just guessing. I'm reading books, putting it together. And every grown-up I asked questions, they were just stupid. I don't like stupid. I want an honest answer. So again, when the NACB said I was the #1 consultant worldwide because I created the 25-20% rule, all your dashboards say below 30. They're not giving you the tools because maybe they don't know how or don't pay attention. The rule is 25 to 29% period. It's green. 30 is yellow, 50 is red. It hasn't changed since 1987, by the way. The oldest card, and what do? Cards fluctuate, knock it off. What do you do to stop it? Use the right cards that don't fluctuate at all. Nobody should have crappy credit. They did it because they don't understand. They should have did this the right way a long time ago. Balance your debt. I want to start the kids' files for free. Anybody in high school and college, it's a free download. It's free. Free. I want to start the high schooler or the college, their credit files first, for them, give them the first credit card. For free. Okay? I want them not to screw up like we did. Shouldn't we train the new generation to do it right? But understand, on the social media, you need a Capital One secured card. That's called stupid. Maybe I should get a cowboy hat and look like Howdy Doody being ding dong. But again, that's just these people out there, no problem. If you get a Capital One secured, that's an inquiry, that hurts your credit. Got it? If I build it for you, there's no inquiry, and I get your first card $1,000+. You don't want me to do it, we're going to use OpenSky.com. I get nothing to tell you that. It's Capital Bank, but it's just the truth. OpenSky.com, you put $200 there, you spend $25. There you go. So if you like to help your kids, grandkids, there you go. What do? Write it down again and again and again. All cards fluctuate but two. If we don't start by structuring you, how are we going to get there? If we don't plan the problem, how are we going to get there? If we don't plan the problem, how are we going to get there? If they all fluctuate with the American Express Gold and Platinum cards, that's the emergency card up to $100,000. That doesn't bring my score down. See, good people don't have to get punished because they had a what day, crappy day. That's a 750 for life, by the way. So, Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is a scam. Okay, that said it, not me. Not allowed to click money up front. Okay, I understand. They indict the credit repair cloud. They log his database out there, and Dan will go $3 million, maybe go to prison. And they have the Credit Repair Organization Act. You see, credit repair is not broken, so they shouldn't use the word repair. Your goal is this, to rebuild it. And you're supposed to have a bond, and you're supposed to be a nonprofit 501c3, like this building is. But I don't do credit repair. I'm going to rebuild it. I'm going to train them. All right? Again, that's what needs to be done. All right? So let's do this. Take a picture. Most of them are used in my books anyway. Winning the Credit Game. It's been out there for 40 years. Letters to the creditors and credit bureaus. Scan it. Take a picture. It's free. It's free on Amazon too. Free. Learn what you can do for yourself. Then you'll watch a bunch of silly people. Oh, you need a collection. They're going to do this. Guy pretending this is a collection call. It's just actually his daughter on the phone. Anyway, if you read everything else. Ooh! First of all, you should be giving them the copy of the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act and really educating, not just on the call. Debt Crisis Prevention I wrote 30 years ago. When you had the credit bureaus years ago, Consumer Credit Counseling and all the bureaus, that was my company. So understand, I've been around a long time. That will get you a copy of the Debt Crisis Intervention and the Fair Debt Collections Practice Act. So take a picture. Let's do what we need to know for ourselves. It's got to get to the point you quit hiring people to do something you should do yourself, because you got to understand how it works. You'll be smarter than them by the time I'm done with you anyway. Go to Ray's Library at Amazon. Now, I watched Credit Karma be indicted 6 times. Indicted. Blah, 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 blah. They have no phone number to help you at all. And they have what? 2 bureaus? Two. The banks pull Experian. What happened to that one? Experian said no to Credit Karma. No, you're fired. Credit Karma, as far as I'm concerned, should be fired. Analytical 750 is one of the best dashboards I've ever seen in my life, and I endorse it all the time. Take a picture. What are they going to do? They have a phone number to talk to you, and they're going to call you every 46 days. They're going to hold your hand, and they're going to sing Kumbaya. They're going to help you in personal business credit report too. The goal is to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty. I think you're great. You're here. God put us together. That's fantastic. Thank you, Jesus. But the problem we have today is you're missing some pieces. Why don't we connect the pieces? Why don't we understand today we're going to be giving things away at a price that's ridiculous. All right, in the back, Brandy, our manager, one of the department's call center, she's going, what? Well, that's okay. But again, we want to donate if we reach that $100,000, $10,000. All right, and we want to give them a wire or check. What do they like? The goal is we have to do our part too. Corporation, Chapter 18. Pay attention. I'm at a poker game every Wednesday night, and I'm not playing poker. I'm the little kid in the corner. Mrs. Hope had a poker game every Wednesday night. All these rich and famous people smoking cigars, drinking whiskey, and talking out their ear, no what ears. What's a corporation? It's a legal person. Supreme Court deemed it to be true. United States of America Incorporated, 50 corps. Every city is a corporation. The government is so smart they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy code for cities. They bankrupted 11 cities in front of you and kept what? All the goodies and wiped out the debt. See, you got to learn how to play. I'm 7.5 years old when I hear this. I wrote it down. I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. Next door was a library, man. What does this mean? She walked away. She was rude. 5 minutes later, here's a microfiche. Here's a buck. Went to the book, looking for a blueprint. Joanne said everything's a blueprint. There's no blueprint. You see where it says may sue or be sued? So that means if your corporation sued, they're going to sue you. You're the voice of it. You're a duck and a sheep. I thought it was going to play peekaboo. Does it really protect you? No. But again, the corporation was to do one thing, to receive money and not pay tax till it's profitable. Just like Donald Trump didn't pay any tax, that $750 was the filing fee if you look at it close enough. His corporations create debt offset taxes because that's the way you play the game to win. Helping Hand was my first corp. Again, I got $100,000 in the mail. I got named in the movie Dave as well. The lie. Today, when you lease a building, you basically lease a car, or you sign for a credit card for the corporation, you're the duck and sheep. If the corporation fails or it files bankruptcy, they come get you. They're going to get you. That's how it works. If we had a division of you could circumvent that. You could plan the problem if you wanted to. But again, husbands and wives, is like when they buy a house or a car, they do it wrong anyway. Sorry. I think you do it wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. We get to play my way a little bit. Today, if you have a corporation, I want you to write some things down, please. I want you to go to the SOS, whatever state you're in, .gov, and I want you to check your corporation. 47% of you have your home address on that corporation. That is the stupidest thing you ever did in your life. It's plain stupid. You name it after you, that's stupid. You name it what it does, it's stupid. If it does business, that's stupider than that, because they get to sue it. If you're main a management company managing entities, I can give her to pieces. I can protect my corporate and my family. See, shouldn't you learn how to play the game to win? Do you like being a duck and a sheep? Lawsuits filed to get you. Isn't that terrible? We got to have division process to create a line of defense. See, a line of defense, but it's up to you. You got to realize something. If you don't structure in the beginning, you're all screwed up. But again, we get to play. Corporations should do 4 things. That's it. That's it. These are raised rules. Do whatever you want. It's up to you. I'm going to say buffered tax, no taxes due till we're profitable. Profitable, taxable. I'm going to say corporate credit. That means all this credit right here, it's a damn write-off. I write off the interest rate and the credit card. I can finance the dream off the debt, offsetting the taxes, and win the game of business. The car is fleet price. Hotel will give you the free buffet. Your divisions are your line of defense. See, Bill's here taking a picture. Bill, put the damn camera down. John's doing the same thing, so is Linda. Put it down. If you don't write it, you're never going to record it. You don't get it yet, do you? You don't understand the way that God made us to record our information in our brains. Whatever you believe in, that's up to you. But I'm thankful every day when I get on and wake up, I fall to my knees every morning. Line of defense. They're cheap. Multiple functions. Buy wholesale price. Multiple credit reports. Every division can have $1 million of credit. Why not? It can have its own P&L. Banks and grocery stores and cities do it in your face. Property, I can separate liability. My wife and I have had some good tenants and some lousy ones. And some of our properties and our condos and all goodies that belong to the corporation anyway. This is a line of defense. If you don't have a line of defense, you're going to have your assets kicked. That's how it works. But again, it's like this. At one time, $2.2 billion in real estate. 21 cars. My son says, why do you have so many cars, Daddy? I wanted the car to match my suit and my watch. Why not? If I wear a blue suit, I wear a blue shirt, I wear a blue watch. I had 10 Rolexes once. Got maybe 5 left, but the reality is simple. What do we get to do? They're not mine anyway. So my professor was right years ago. Ray, you're paranoid. Heck yes. Are you kidding? Someone wants to steal my goodies every time I have any goodies. All right, they hate the game, they hate the player. That's 1,013 divisions. Got a problem, I'm going to disconnect, I say incorporate. I'm going to basically do what? I'm going to save the other pieces. Boring and steady. I've been teaching boring and steady for 40 plus years. Boring and steady, it should be you. Now I want your cell phone ready, is that okay? Can you listen to the rules and tools? Let's understand. If I'm going to have a corporation, I don't need 7 LLCs. I got to pick the right one and position it right, put this aside because this is a mess. It's like, why the blank do we have that crap? I got to Wyoming, I got to Nevada, I got this. Why? Well, they told me to. Jump off a cliff, go ahead. You going to listen to that too? Why do people do something without talking to me first? I have no idea. I've been out there in front of people for 49 years, teaching and preaching. That corporation, $100,000 of credit, 9 more cards, $1 million. We're going to buy a Wendy's restaurant, a storage unit, a laundromat, car wash. We're going to buy something that's managed by a third-party management company. Our management companies will help you manage it. Simple. It's called financial freedom. Take a picture. Go ahead, take a picture. That needs to be laminated in color on your desk, at work, refrigerator. Needs to be your cell phone, your computer. All right, screensaver. Let's understand something. We're going to create $100,000 and multiply it and have fun. But again, that's what we get to do. I want you to join my club. I want every one of you to say, I want to be a Ray Reynolds puppet master. Write it down. I want you to understand something. Let's say if we partner in. Now, here's what we're not going to do, and I want you to understand the way I say partner. Okay? This is here, no problem. We're going to take my corporation, one of them, your corporation, and two more people. Okay? Two more people. I wish I had a bigger board. Okay? And what are we going to do? We're going to buy a Wendy's restaurant. Okay? We're going to dissect it. I'll be one, you'll be one, you'll be one, you'll be one. This is income. You should have focused on auto income your whole life. I don't know why you did not. It makes no sense to me. So what do? I'm going to position you, American Express Blueprint Loan, up to $250. I'm going to go after Chase $150 called checkbook money. If we create this money as I coach you and process and through my dashboards and help you, then you can be able to finance the business. You're going to put basically $25,000, $50,000, $75,000, or $100,000 in an escrow. I never want to touch that money ever, 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 ever. You're going to be told by me, you're taking $75,000, $100,000 into escrow. You're writing a check to escrow. At the end of escrow, you have a deed of trust assignment of everything you got. You now own a piece. That's auto income. When we die, our children take over the corporations. They don't inherit diddly squat. If you let them inherit something, that's all sub tax, probate crap. If they take over, there's no taxation. Like the Kennedys and the Gettys and the Fords did. I don't understand, stupid, to be honest with you. So if we take basically line up the project, coaching. I got to hold your hand for a year. Basically, you're going to want me for your life anyway. I got clients I've been coaching for 45 years. 6 escrows per year. That's what we want next year. Write it down. 2026, 6 escrows minimum. You're not going to have a New Year's resolution and blow this one because I'm going to push you. And I'm going to tell you what to do. Project 1, $25,000. Laundromat, dry cleaners, car wash. Your income is an average of $3,200 a month after the bills were paid, after we're done playing the game, after the management company's done with you. Now you got $3,200 a month coming into your corporation divisions, and it's up to you. Okay, understand what that means. Auto income forever. You own a piece. Come on. How many times have you seen a Wendy's restaurant go bankrupt? Laundromats are the same ones you saw when you were a little boy, girl. Apartment complex. See, this stays around forever. It's called boring and steady. Would you like to add to your income $3,200 a month? Add it to it. Maybe you can enhance it. It's up to you. If we get the next one, we're going to put 50 in it. Okay. That's up to $5,600 a month. Storage unit, 4-plex. You get a piece. Would you like a piece yet? The next thing is project 3. Now we're adding more people this time. We're putting $75,000 in each. We're going to close an escrow. See, your problem is, well, I can't afford that. No, excuse me. In pieces you can. You can always afford it. That's $7,500 up to that per month. Is that okay? If we put $100,000 because we have 150s, ooh, I like that. That's $96.20 a month after all the bills are paid. And you get to receive money. See, it's income. Income. The management company does it all for you. You just receive income. And if you want to be an entrepreneur, you like this is it, auto income, we're going to do all the work for you anyway. We don't want you to think. The more times you think you screwed up. Parent company. It's a management company. This is how you create $100,000 a month. Is that okay? $100,000 a month? It's called boring and steady. We could play. Did you take your picture yet? There's your goal. There's your dream. Your problem has been you the whole time. Sorry, you hire people that rip you off. The attorney, the CPA, corporate service. If you don't start learning how to basically man up, woman up, you're never going to make it. You're going to be disappointed most of your life, and that kind of sucks. I brought in my first $1 million. I was 14 and a half when I invented something called Car Finder. I got my first Lamborghini at 15 years old, 14 and a half years old. Driving to Wisconsin College. A Lamborghini. Boom, boom. It's kind of fun. I built a mansion in Nellie, California at 16. See, I don't understand. Age has nothing to do with anything. I had a beard at 12. They always say, how old are you? None of your business. Old enough. Always good. Simple. You have the ability to change your life if you want to. I want you to join my Puppet Master Club. I want you for 1 year stuck with me. up to 6 days a week. Okay? And if you can't go to the class or follow in your what, call it. You can listen to it while you drive or run or sleep. No excuses. Now, I'm doing something here because we're raising money. This is bizarre. This is bizarre. It's one time. Not going to happen after tonight. Because the back room and the call center go, what? That's what I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this look. What? It'll be funny. Every 3 weeks, you're on the phone with me. Every 3 weeks. Okay? Every 3 weeks. I'm on there. I'm going to be telling you what to do. We're going to have a blueprint call. That means for an hour with your partner of life. The other day, I got this nice guy. He's kind of been ripped off a little here and there. All right, he had a loss. I had a loss years ago too. But reality is, here's his beautiful wife on the phone. I popped her a card because she needed a card. She didn't have any credit. $1,000 card. Let's get you started. Why would you do that? Why not? It's simple. So if we play, here's $200,000 of credit. No problem. Here's a blueprint call for that hour with your partner of life. And I'm going to boss you around for 12 months, every 3 weeks. This normally was $100,000 back in 2006, 7, 8, 9. Tonight is $27,000. Look at it. Take a picture. Because here's the thing that's going to happen tonight. If it's paid in full, you get the $200,000 in credit if it's paid in full at 10 grand. That's right. Because we're going to raise that 100,000. We're going to give 10% away. That is a donation. You can offset your taxes. 10 grand, 200,000 in all the setup. If it's paid in full, 200,000 in credit. If not, okay, our goal is to be winning the game of business. Very simple. Okay? I can only put 40 people in my coaching program at a time. I broadcast every day, 6 days a week, and I can only take 3 calls during the day. That's it. So what do we do? Today, listen very carefully. If you Zelle $2,500, it's a deposit. Okay? It is a deposit. You Zelle $2,500. Okay? Okay? You go in as soon as possible, right away in calls. What's going to happen is very simple. Okay? All right? You don't get $200,000 in credit because you didn't pay in full. You get $100,000 for that deposit if it's done tonight. Now, I have a 2-day event coming up in November about nonprofit. Our current president's going to be giving $200 to $100 million away. $100 billion is what he said. We'll see how much he gives away. He says he's going to solve the problem for homeless. So here you go. Grant money, state and federal. $5,000, you get $100,000 credit there. If you're in person, all right, it's $5 grand because I get to certify you under the nonprofit. I get to help and guide you. If you wanted to be online, I only put 35 people because I can only certify 50 people a year. If you did the 10,000 tonight, that would be free. Free. If it was done right away. But it's up to you. There's 1,000 steps, rules, and tools to get to $1 million dream. All right, it has not changed. The Millionaire's Founders Kit. All right, Bonaventure, Orange County, Long Beach, okay, Ontario, 4 days a week, $5,000. We all have an old crap day. There's my old crap day. I got 3 yachts in my backyard. Wife wants to take 72 people on the yacht. That's the middle yacht, why not? I get to go in a coma the next day, hear everything, can't move. My life gets stolen, $3.7 billion in corporate structure. And I got to do what? Come out of a coma being broke. I had to rebuild it again and again. I guess that was God's plan. So guess what? She called Ron at the office. He drove a truck to the office. One Technology Drive, Irvine Spectrum, in the 22,000 square foot building. And he's stealing books and CDs. Tom sells my websites and phone numbers to a porn site. I'm in a coma. Don't come out to the surface 2011. There's 14 people online pretending to be me, and some of them got bad reviews, and people blame me to this day, and I was in a coma. That kind of sucks. I offered every one of them $1,000 just to take it off. Cash. They like to hurt people instead. Kind of sucks too, but what do you do? So let's understand the blueprint of success. I told you to take your picture of Zelle. There you go, Zelle. If you Zelle to Ray at the RayReynoldsUniversity.com, it is in the nonprofit. We get to give you an exemption, or we get to give you full value what you put into it. So you're getting goodies as a donation as well. You get to win tonight if you did it. That is the Zelle now. Very simple. If you call the office, they'll use a card. Okay, a card. They're going to charge you 5% more. They'll honor that too. But again, that's a card. That's a now. Save yourself 5%. Now, corporations are free. Why? Because I said so. When I got Helping Hand and when I was 9.5 years old, I realized they were all free. I couldn't understand for the last 40 plus years why people would pay for them and not learn diddly squat. Take a picture. I've been giving corporations for free for 49 years. 2 of those people putting me down were attorneys, and they got disbarred, and I got to sue them. The laws were changed. You can sue people that put you down on line. Simple. Tonight, if you want a nonprofit corporation or profit, you want a new one, no problem at all. I'll give you the articles for free, but if you want the officers list, the tax ID, and you want me to set up the credit files, the Experience Treasury and Equifax, then I want you to go to the workshops like nonprofit, show you how to do the exemption for free, so you don't spend 15,000 bucks. That's about $4,000 to you. Tonight only, 25,000 of credit comes with it. All right, make sure you understand. A profit or nonprofit corporation is $999. It's $1,000. See, I want to help basically raise that $100,000 and give some things away today. But again, if you want to take a picture here and scan it, okay, and you put the word yes, yes, yes for text or email, I'll invite you to one of my classes on Saturday. We're going to be teaching daisy chaining of credit. Maybe you want to go there because I have classes in rotation. Specialty classes are every 11 weeks. I've had 5 to 6 classes every Saturday for 49 years. And classes on Friday, free. Some paying a lot of money to go to. Now, you're going to need an address for your bank. If you don't have one that we use home, you can lease 12 feet from us. I lease it 12 feet at a time. I don't do shared office space. Take a picture of that too. My goal is to get you all the information foundation, and you and I get on that phone right away to lay it out good. Got to lay it out good. That blueprint call. What are we going to do? How many divisions do I need, Ray? Stop it. How many types of businesses would you like to own to create money? Each location should have 5,000 to 10,000 a month, period. There's the goal. Numbers have never changed. Numbers do not lie, only people lie. So what do? 9 divisions equal 18, 18 is 36, 36, 72. This is going to be offered tonight only, and it is crazy, okay? Because what I want you to do, how many divisions do we need to have 9 locations, 9 loans, and up to $1 million in credit? 18. 18. All right, foundation, division, division, subdivision, no problem. And the books 40 years ago created up to over 60 million of credit. American Express, gold and platinum to you and the corporation too. What are we going to do? We don't want 99. We're going to get 9. Is that okay? 9. That would make more sense to me than 99. It's a little ridiculous. Because we want to raise money, okay, all right, for the organization, for the breast, walk and everything else that they do, cancer around the world, help people as well. When we reach that 100,000, we're giving 10% of it away. We're going to write a check for $10,000. We're going to have manageable debt, $100,000 personal, all right, $1 million for the corporation, auto income. Then we're going to learn to leverage money. I'll show you what I showed Warren Buffett 38 years ago, having a root beer float. How to leverage money. Simple. When we take the corporate credit today, my way, okay, not your way, we're going to take the corporate credit because borrow money is not taxable, and we're going to buy our lifetime income, which is going to be a fourplex, a Wendy's restaurant, maybe a Jack in the Box. I bought my first one at 19, and how to play the game to win. That is auto income, by the way. You should own the things you drive by every day. Problem I had in 1988. I got $53 million of credit, and they're shrinking it because I'm not using it. It's just too much to have to shrink or to use. I wrote into the book. I called it buckets of money. I took $4.6 million of the credit. I loaned it out in buckets of $10,000 each. I created $190,000 a month, and I created the homestead blocker, UCC One and Chattel Mortgage. If they don't pay, I get all their goodies. I do not lose because it's my game, and I'm going to play my way, because if they don't pay, I get their goodies too. Your problem is the way you lined it up in the first place. The notes in 1989 were $1.1 billion, by the way. We play to win the game of business. Your corporation, profit or not, needs to done on Bradstreet. Take a picture. Analytical will help you with that every step of the way. Now, Linda's just like, Gary and everyone else, and David, even, we got all these famous people behind there too. What did they do? Well, first, Linda came to me at an Eagle's Nest meeting, 1986. She spent $2,000, $26 a month. She financed me. Okay, now she did. She took the Hyatt Hotel in Texas, and she converted it all right, to the Blueprint Apartments. Named it after me. Okay, good, no problem. She has 117 units. That's 100 days, 100 vets. That's her program she has. That is now a $27 million project. But I understand what that does. Profit and nonprofit working in conjunction, offsetting taxes. Take a picture. Linda will tell you, every time she talks to her CPAs and attorneys, she'd always say, no, Ray said this, Ray said this. She'd go back, I have to train them too. Understand, we get to play the game, we're going to win. Is that okay? We're going to win the game of business. If you partner up in a bigger project like an apartment complex, you're going to get your money on a monthly basis with the corporate structure, no problem. On the side, I'm going to go back to every tenant to become the bank. I'm going to show you exactly what is called assignment of mortgage. What I created in 1988 when I had that problem. I had 117 units, it scared the crap out of me. If we do this correctly, this will enhance the money up to $126,000 a month, becoming the bank for 30 years. That's why I created the assignment of mortgage in the first place. These renters want to own their units. We're going to create a lot of money. We get to play. Division process today, understand, as long as I add a name, a person, or division to the dashboard, and I put 2,000 of history, all right, I don't need multiple tax IDs for divisions. One card, no problem. Then I can get what's called other cards. These are secondary cards. What are we going to do? Daisy chain per division. Now what happens is very simple today. The office is going to give you 9 divisions, all right, and $999 each for $4,500. 3 for $19.99 with credit, 3 without credit, $9.99, 9, and then 12. Now what I normally want to do is double the number for you. Tonight we're going to do something really weird because I want to raise some dollars and help in what we're trying to do tonight. Tonight, if you Zelle $9.99, you're getting 18. It's a giveaway. Okay? It's a giveaway. So that's $50 each. That is 18 divisions for $9.99 by Zelle only. Okay? Use a card, then you get to pay a little more. That's how it works. So what do we do? Auto income. All right? You want 18. All right? You want 36. You want 72. Okay? You want 100 divisions. That is honored tonight. Take your picture. Because you need divisions as much as you need the parent company. But it's up to you. And what are we going to do? Okay, that's good for the next hour. It's going to be a Zelle. If you Zelle, you save 10% on top of that. Now, they're going to honor the price. You use a card, charge 5%. Zelle, you save 10% on top of that more. Do you want to be a millionaire? Please say no. Please say no. I don't want to be rich. I've never been rich. That'd be stupid. If I say I'm rich, the IRS is listening. They can indict me. They can basically pierce my veil. I already did because I said I'm rich. A lot of people going, I'm rich, I'm rich. There's an IRS list right now. They're investigating. Everyone says I'm rich. Don't say you're rich, please. How about we have a corporation that has 9 divisions in 9 locations and $100,000 to $1 million of credit. Is that okay? And we separate liability? Have a rich corporation instead. Credit cards. I created the dashboard. I could daisy chain any card you give me. Personal and business, okay? We charge $1,000 per card to daisy chain. That's what we normally do. Tonight, you can get 1 for $4.99 or 3 for $6.99. And I'm going to daisy chain them all. If you call tomorrow, they're going to charge $1,000 per card. So again, if we want $1 million, I don't care what card you have, we're going to daisy chain it. But again, that means that card has to be $100,000. If not, I'll help you push it up. So tonight, you can get basically 1 card, $4.99, 3 cards for $6.99. All right, and no matter what card it is. I might take a card from you and daisy chain to a division or corporation back and forth because we're allowed to. We get to play. All right, but that's if you Zelle tonight or use a card right away. Now, the next thing we got to think is leapfrog. I created what's called hopping and leapfrog years ago because I find people, well, I don't have enough money to buy that big package, Ray, but I want it. Okay, you Zelle me $1,000, I'll start it, get your first $10,000. There you go. $10,000 credit and build it up and away. The next card, you give me 10% every time you build your card. You tell me no to stop, then I'll stop. If not, I'm going to keep going to $1 million. Tonight it is $6.99, not $1,000. Again, you're going to pay $10,000 or 10% on every card. Your first $10,000 is $6.99 tonight. It's a giveaway. All right, I'll keep building until you tell me to stop. That's why I called it hopping. I have created more millionaires and billionaires doing this all the time. It's kind of fun. I've analyzed 50 million people so far. But again, that's personal credit. You're first up to 10,000. Get some real boy and big girl cards. Again, that's a Zelle. Take a picture. The Zelle tonight has to be Ray at the RayReynoldsUniversity.com, a nonprofit 501c3 exemption. You can verify that online too. We'll give you a certificate of donation. What do we have to do? It's a Zelle now. You get that donation. But if you, listen carefully, if you use a card and they charge you 5% more, that's what they get to do. So I tell you to Zelle. What is my goal? I want to repackage America. I want to make sure I put a mark on this world before I die again. Next time will be permanently. I'm praying for another 50 years, but it's up to God, not me. We play. I lost my job. I got 2 kids to feed. Well, if that's true, you have a house or a condo, you live with mommy and daddy. Go to the church for the food, all right? But unfortunately, he's lying. He's wearing his jammies. That sign gives him $210 a day. He's strong enough, he could go work. He didn't want to work. He gets free money. See, when I was a kid, there were hobos in the cemeteries. We used to, go and set up a force there and see all the hobos. Nowadays, we have to get a lot of people to give them some help. This man put him here, helped him on the phone, put him to work. But understand something, I lost my job, I had to what? Drive Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, that's all you got to do. I don't understand the excuse. Half the people in this world are freaking lazy. What did I do? I'm in a coma, came out and lost $3.7 billion. What am I going to do? I took my 3 divisions and my 5 closet divisions. It's very simple. All right, I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Then I bought my wife her next dream house. Happy wife, happy life. That's how it works. Okay? I got her to the house. She turned it into a home. Now she leaves me alone to go kill it some more too. That's just me. So I'm going to play my way. If you like me, Google review, please. If you don't like me, please leave me alone. Not everybody likes me. Everybody likes you. It's how it works. Unfortunately, I wish people would always like me. I try to do my best and let God do the rest. Amen to that too. Now understand something. Tonight, I could have sent you $1,000. Why? Because I'd pay you 10% for every referral you get. Take a picture, add them to the HubSpot program. We can sell you 10% or check or store credit. The client says, I don't have enough money. Stop. Give me referrals. Build you up and away. Billy did that, and he's got a $1 million dream now. He was laying on the street and next to the Bank of America, all right, coming out of what? Being high. Because he came back from the military. His wife left him. All right, get a better woman. That's what I told him to do. And what I say since I was 2.5 years old, always good. I don't let someone steal my peace. And I always say, thank you, Jesus. That's just the way for me. You can't let anybody steal your peace. You focus. We're going to get knocked down. So what? Get up again and again. No excuses. No excuses. Remember, I want you to write down, I want to be a puppet master. I want to be a puppet master. I want 1,013 divisions too. I want to get $1 million a day. You could, I did. Why can't you? But it's up to you. It's called boring and steady. So keep in mind, you're stuck with me if you get into my programs. You're stuck with me all the time. I'm online 6 days a week. I have no excuse. The only excuse you have is you didn't want to show up. And I have them on phone as well. You don't have to actually watch as much. Call on the line. I got 22% of my clients are chuckers. So what do you get to do? You get to play. Or we get to do it my way. Because I think your way sucks. Sorry to say, but it's true. I want you to rebuild you together. Would you like a car wash? It's managed by a third party. Would you like 25% or 50%? How much would you like to put in there when I build you the credit? Simple. You get to decide based on what we're looking to do. You. Would you like another one? Would you like a Burger King? Oh, goody. Would you like ugly? I like buying ugly too because it makes money. I like ugly. Don't you like ugly? But again, we get to make money. Money's to the corporation, not to you. See, you got your paycheck at your job, your first job. Don't you remember? All right, you look at your job. Where's my money? You went to HR and they said, the IRS gets your tax. You got the leftover. That's how it works. Corporation doesn't pay tax, so it has leftover. Ooh, maybe you ought to think about that too. $10,000 a month to $1 million. Line you up for American Express and Chase. So let's get that done right away in my credit system for you. We get to play, all right, anywhere from $25,000 to $50,000. What are we going to put in the investment? You decide. I'm going to show you exactly, because you're stuck with me for a year, how 2026 will be the greatest year of your life, and you're going to get 6 escrows closed as long as you do what you're told to do. Project 1, $25,000 down. Okay. I got 50, I put 25 half. I got 150, I put what? What do you want? See, the goal is this. I have people that actually had multiple escrows going at the same time. $3,200 is not a lot of money, but it's all the income. It enhances income is what it does. And then we have basically the $50,000 down in another project, $5,600, $7,500, $75,000 down, $7,500 a month. Isn't this fun? If we can close an escrow, would you like 92s20? See, the management company manages everything. You're just investing. You're owning a piece. You've been investing in things and they've been ripping you off. Oh, let me invest. I'll get you the return. No. I don't want to hear about return on money. I want them to give you a deed of trust, assignment of rents. I want you to have everything in your hand for your corporate divisions, and you get auto income. Somebody's getting rich out there. It's corporations, not you. 9620, is that okay with you? So if we do this correctly, we can actually get, next year, 2026, up to $100,000 a month if you play with me. Remember, I asked you to take a picture. There's your future. That's what you should have did a long time ago. Sorry you didn't do it. You kind of blew it. What do we get to do? Puppet Master time. You're going to become a Puppet Master and join my club today because we get to play my way a little bit. I'm going to blueprint you. That's right. I learned blueprint in first grade. Joanne taught it to me. What does that mean? Past, present, future. Good, bad, ugly. You have a bankruptcy, you have a tax problem? Need to know that. I don't want to chase in your future. Oh, you screw up American Express and Chase, I don't want to forgive you. I'll show you a division of me. Family, corporation, 18 divisions, of course. What do we do now? Irrevocable trust, because we have to plan to die too. We got to live and die. The car is a division. The corporation. Now you buy the house through the trust, so nobody knows it's your house. We're going to focus on auto income and cash flow for your time. I had that in my book in page 6, paragraph 3, when I was 16 years old. I wrote it down. I even wrote down financial freedom. Now that person has to put the word "the" financial freedom there. So let's understand, a blueprint call with me for an hour or two of you. Partner of life, part of what do you do? It's $5,000. The office sells it for $19.99. I give it away at $9.99 tonight if you did it right away, but it's up to you. I want to get on that phone with you for up to an hour. I want to transcribe everything. I want to put it in steps, rules, and tools. Then I want to tell you what to do. All right, if you sell the $9.99 today, you get to save 10% on that too. And what do we do? If you partner with me in a program, it's free. So let's understand what happened to me. 1984. I own a bunch of Shakey's, 31 flavors, Subways, donut stores, shopping centers, okay? Condos, all kinds of goodies. Havasu, Big Bear, and Huntington Harbor, and Yerba Linda too. And don't forget about La Mirada. I got this package in the mail. I have to pay $800 to $1,000 franchise tax fee per corporation. What the blank? It's like Port Eric's got 7 LLCs. Well, you're gonna pay $7,000 a year for something you don't need? Ridiculous. Sorry, it got kind of ripped off. So I said, that's $1.2 million. I don't want to spend that. Sacramento road trip. I asked Sacramento a question. I went to 2 departments. Can I create an entity under a corporation that does not require a franchise tax fee? And don't worry, I sued the banks in '96 and won. They wanted to have separate bank accounts. No, I won. They kept calling me everything in the book, but I still won. You can have it to 75 divisions per bank account, by the way. This form said husband and wife and partner. It was wrong. So was chapter 18. It was wrong. I connected the dots in my head. Your corporation is going to be number 4A. And then one of my corporations is going to be 4. And then we have A, B, and C. See, that's how we partner up in a program in an escrow. From there we get our money, because money takes to get the honey. The honey could be the dream if you want it to be. Now I've done this since 1987, by the way. Had so many escrows going, I needed more people. Because I'm only one person, so I wanted to grab my clients, call them my soldiers. That's kind of fun. We play. Tonight, this normally goes for $27,000. $200,000 in credit, blueprint call, 12 months of my coaching. Discounts usually $20,000. Tonight. Paid in full, period. You still get the $200,000 of credit. It's $10,000. If it's not done tonight, then tomorrow you pay the higher fee. That's your opportunity for you. If you want tonight, okay, because I only put so many people in the program anyway, it's very simple. If you Zelle $2,500 as a deposit, we'll get you started right away. You don't get $200,000, you get $100,000. But it's up to you. That is a Zelle payment. They will take a card, but they charge 5% more. 2-day boot camp about nonprofit. I think everybody should have a nonprofit offset taxes. Every rich and famous person does, why not you? But again, nonprofit is free if you partner with me tonight. There's your Zelle, take a picture. Has to be Ray at the RayReynoldsUniversity.com Zelle tonight to receive the money to the nonprofit bank account. This is the Zelle now. The opportunity. If you want to use a card, call the office, they'll take your card right away. 800-254-9506, but they will charge 5% more. This is an opportunity for you tonight, not tomorrow, not next week. The Ray Reynolds University, the Ray Reynolds University used to be 22,000 feet. You got past Betty, okay, the front desk, and you go back in the back and you see a classroom hold 800 people. One of the offices, B of A, Wells Fargo, Chase, right here, it said franchise room ADP. Everybody was in a turnkey for me. It was simple. Then my locations in Texas, in Arizona, and Utah too. What do we get to do? I want to repackage it my way. If you want me to coach your business, I'll do that too. What do we get to do? Simple. 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. We'll customize something for you. No problem at all. If you want the American Express or Stellar Bank or Chase up to 250s, we have to line it up correctly. So let's understand what happens today. They're going to have the ability to go in the dashboard and just say, would you like a blueprint loan? Okay. I was told from somebody who worked there years ago, they named it after me. Who knows? Could be true, could be, who knows? Everybody uses blueprint now. David's doing about 14 million this year. All right, and then Carrie got 210 and put that into an investment as well. The money for these loans should be into a auto income, by the way. So here's American Express saying up to 250. All right, they break it down. You can become the bank now, but they want $100,000 in your bank account on a monthly basis. They want to see in and out, in and out, in and out, $100,000. They want to see an average balance. They want to see 30 transactions. Last month we had 3,016, by the way, transactions. So I normally charge $5,000 to do this. 5,000, okay, no problem. What happens is we partner up in this program for banking. I take a division of your corporation or your corporation, make it a division of my corporation. I'm connecting the dots so we can prove we used it or didn't abuse it with the banking and the payment as well. So what happens is when I get you that up to 250, I charge you 10% on the back end. But I never charge you until we close an escrow. I don't want to set you up for a debt you can't pay. It wouldn't be fair for me to do that to you. So it's 5,000 to do that tonight, of course. All right, I want to show you our bank statements we're going to use. We're going to show you $500,000 on a monthly base. Show you almost $1 million here, $500,000 here, 400,000 again and again. They want 100,000. I think we meet the quota. What do you think? So that's going to be 5,000 to you. If you want me to line up a blueprint loan using our accounts together, and we're going to be on the process working together, okay, tonight, it is $1,999. It is a Zelle only, not a card. But if it's not done tonight, it's okay. Tomorrow you can pay the 5,000. Not a problem. There's your Zelle. Very simple to do. And I'm always going to say now. Call the office. You need help. 800-254-9506. Anything else? 5% fee for the bank. I want you to think. Every time they told me no, I felt to myself they were being stupid or they didn't know how. They're grown-ups, so I thought we were the dumbest people I ever met in my life. They'll put out your age on back. Show me. I had to create a division process to solve that problem. So again, we're going to look behind the curtain every step of the way. We're going to do our best. And we're going to stay safe and strong. We're going to do the rest and let Jesus take care of us too. And amen to that as well. The ability to change your life tonight. The office is open for another 20 minutes. If I was you tonight, if you like those prices and the one you want to play, the specialist in Brandy's standing there waiting for you too. Ask the questions. If we raise $100,000, we're writing a check for $10,000 to the breast, all right, saving people of cancer of the world. We've got to help people. I think the more we give, the more we can get. That's how it works, but okay. So 800-254-9506. We have the ability to change the world if we actually work together. So the ability is for every one of you. All right, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.